You're here at New Hampshire. Coming around this first turn, Jimmie Johnson gives a nudge. Jimmie Johnson in the lead. Look at the push of the 9-4 of Kevin Harvick. And there's a wreck. Oh, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, Clint Bowyer, and a little bit of William Byron. Let's see what happened. Looks like Kyle Busch just thought he was ahead of Austin Dillon. Wasn't really hit tire of, looks like, of William Byron. Everybody's all right, but the 18 of Kyle Busch will be eliminated. And here they come on to the restart. Lap 3 out of 6 to get below, and he does. Erik Jones will lead lap 4 out of 6 here at New Hampshire. Coming on his first two turns in a wreck. Oh, a wreck. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and 48 Jimmie Johnson are wrecked. Let's see what happened. Looks like the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Tipped 42, collect 11 of Denny Hamlin, and the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. And just collected Ricky Stenhouse Jr. All the cars are going to be eliminated and are going to be towed away as we get ready for the restart. Here they come. Erik Jones will take 3 and 4, the final lap. Paul Menard will win it here at New Hampshire, and the big one happens behind them. See what happened? Coming around, Jones gets loose, collects Stenhouse. Kane hits Keselowski, who are inches away of finishing. Bummer for those 4 cars. As Paul Menard does his burnout, thank you. Down the back straightaway. Jimmie Johnson still leading, but followed by Denny Hamlin. Ryan Newman, look at him. He's going to start getting up. He's in the 3rd seat right now. Coming around turns 3 and 4. Kevin Harvick will lead, and there's a spin out. Stenhouse, Kane, Kyle Busch gets... Well, you can't really see it on the flag, but screen, but looks like Stenhouse just gets tipped. I don't know by who. Collects Kane. And collects Kyle Busch, but he restart. Kevin Harvick will take lap 4 to 6 on the restart. Coming around turn 1 and 2, Kevin Harvick gets the wall. Gets Ryan Newman a chance to take the lead. Coming down the back straightaway, Ryan Newman gets loose onto the restart. Hits Ryan Newman. He hits the wall, spinning. A big wreck here in Talladega. Let's see what happened. Looks like Kevin Harvick gets loose, tips Ryan Newman. Your top 2 leaders and many more are going to be out. Looks like Clint Bowyer tips him. Collects Jimmie Johnson and Denny Hamlin are not having a good season. Logano will lead the last lap. A lot of action here coming around in the last lap at Talladega. Logano leading, blocking off 24. We have a spin out. Stenhouse again. The spin out. Oh, I guess Keselowski might have tipped him. Once again, thank you guys for watching. Logano's going to push Newman. Newman will win stage 1. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch gets loose, hits the wall hard, hits Kyle Larson, hits Jimmie Johnson. A wreck here at the end of stage 1. Wow. Kyle Busch hits the wall hard. Looks like Denny Hamlin actually tips him. He hit the wall hard, hits Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson hits Jimmie Johnson. Jimmie Johnson gets loose. A hard hit for the 18 on Kyle Busch. I sure hope so. The green flag with 3 laps to go. Coming around turns 1 and 2, followed by the 3 of Austin Dillon and the 48 of Jimmie Johnson. Coming down the back straightaway. Austin Dillon gets loose, does a full flip. Clint Bowyer's involved. Oh my God, a scary wreck. Kyle Busch looks like to seem to tip. Austin Dillon, he does a full flip. Luckily lands on his wheels. Set first lap here at the Poconos. Meanwhile, Clint Bowyer, Ryan Newman make it 3 wide with William Byron coming around this first triangle trip for Martin Truex Jr. He gets loose, collects Jimmie Johnson, and the first caution comes out on the 2nd lap here at the Poconos. A bummer for Martin Truex Jr. He was your pole leader here at the Poconos. He was doing really well in the race, and he slips up, crashes with William Byron now out leading. Matt DiBenedetto pushing on a bumper. He will lead lap 6 out of 8. Kevin Harvick gets loose, tipped by Jimmie Johnson, hits Ricky Stenhouse Jr., collects Clint Bowyer, Ryan Newman, Joey Logano, and many more. Wow, Jimmie Johnson looks like to tip him. Kevin Harvick goes in front of the group. Jimmie Johnson gets collected by Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Wow. Slams into there. And this season 1. This is the view of Denny Hamlin trying to catch up to the 4 of Kevin Harvick. Kevin Harvick is taking advantage of that lead, now leading by a half of a second. Oh, Denny Hamlin gets loose. He's going to go in front of the pack. Collects Clint Bowyer and many more. Erik Jones spins Clint Bowyer in a wreck here at lap 3. Many cars are involved in the wreck. Denny Hamlin, Clint Bowyer, and many more. Logano, who is currently 2nd. Jones, followed by Byron, Bowyer, Hamlin, Dillon, and Logano. Green flag back in the air for Kevin Harvick. And he gets tipped by Busch off the restart. It's going to tap Benedetto and Martin Truex Jr. off on the restart. Wasn't even ready, and I was ready for a great restart. Instead, Kevin Harvick gets tipped by Kyle Busch, and he's going to hit Mark Truex Jr. and DiBenedetto. They're going to fly into the grass, infield grass, as you take away that first position or try to get into that top three, just like Jimmie Johnson, Austin Dillon, Chase Elliott's been all race long. Not much movement in that top three in this race. Oh, God! Chase Elliott gets tipped by Jimmie Johnson, and this race will looks like the end on a caution. On lap 9 out of 10, Jimmie Johnson spins Chase Elliott. He goes on his roof after sliding across the wall. This race will end on a caution. The first race here in the Phaeton Racing Series will end on a... here in the return of the Phaeton Racing Series. Ryan Preece in that 4th seed right there. Matt DiBenedetto coming around those first turns 1 and 2. We got a caution. That's Darrell Wallace Jr. and Clint Bowyer involved. And the first caution of this race will come out on lap 3 out of 12. Once again, it was involved with Clint Bowyer and 43 of Darrell Wallace Jr. Well, you just saw what happened. Maybe Clint Bowyer got in the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr. or maybe he tipped him. Looking here, well, it's a dangerous turn. Down that back straightaway. He's now leading by a half of a second over Bowman and DiBenedetto. Great run for Ryan Preece. And we have a multiple car wreck. Keselowski, Blaney, Dillon, and Daniel Hamaker involved in the wreck. What a big wreck. You have Keselowski on his side. Looks like a domino effect. You see here, Blaney tipping Keselowski, Keselowski tipping Dillon tipping Henrik. He was a great driver. He hasn't had a win yet, though. Hoping to get one today at Martinsville. He will lead lap 5 out of 12 here in Martinsville. And oh, we have a wreck. Joey Logano and Tyler Reddick slamming to the outside turns 3 and 4 wall. And the caution comes out on lap 5 out of 12. Well, you can't really see what happened there, but looked like Logano got loose off of 3 and collided with Tyler Reddick. And a tough wreck for Tyler Reddick. He's been wrecked in the Kaufman Curve last race, and now this race, he's going to be out. Jimmie Johnson and Darrell Wallace Jr. is your top 5. Down the turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. This is the view of Chase Elliott trying to catch up to Ryan Blaney. He's going to get lost off the back straightaway. Can he save it? No, and he collides. William Byron turns Chase Elliott. And off on the restart, we have another wreck. It's including Ryan Blaney and Chase Elliott. You can obviously see what happened in the view of Chase Elliott. Ryan Blaney got loose off of the back straightaway, and he collided. And it looks like William Byron turned Chase Elliott